Is sound running?
Sound's running, yes sir.
Right, okay, calling Glasgow, roll 1, scene 1, take 1.
You remember Vicky? It's been a long time.
I know,
And,
it certainly has.
That was just pretty amazing when I got your email there and got me thinking about that and how we ended up here in the clash and all the rest of it. So how did they get in touch with you? How did all that come about? Because all I remember was a phone call. So
What, when I phoned you?
yeah.
They were talking about where they might like to play, and I was asking me, and I thought, well, the art school would be a really perfect, and they were saying, well, can you try and organise that? So that was the next morning that I phoned you, and I had to. The phone was a payphone in the big sort of hallway of the big Glasgow tenement that I was staying in, and it was a payphone, and Strummer was down the stairs with me, and I was like, so nervous. But I was phoning wrong numbers, and eventually I think it was George Potter that I was trying to get, but I was told he was away.
That's right.
So I was really panicking, thinking, and Joe Strummer was saying, just leave a message, and I was thinking, no, I have to secure this, I have to secure this. So exactly, I thought it's too good an opportunity, I really want to do this. And so eventually it was you, managed to get you.
I remember the Janny in the Haldane building coming through and saying to me, somebody on the phone for you, and I'm like, what? I don't take a phone and say, what? Are you sure? And I came through, what, hello? The who? They're staying where? I went, no chance. You're kidding. And then I remember you saying, no, they're looking for somebody to play, and I'm thinking, right, oh, okay. Because of course you knew, I knew Adam, who ran the SRC.
Yes,
And so I remember coming up the road after you'd told me all this, and I'm thinking, she's at it. This is
but do you not remember, you were saying on the phone, no, I'm not sure that I believe you, and I had to actually get Strummer.
Oh, that's right.
Do you remember? I had to get Strummer to actually speak to you on the phone.
That's right, and I'm thinking, right, this is either somebody really good at it or... That's right, man. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah. And then I came up here and I'm like that to Adam Bell. Adam, you will not believe what's happening here. And he's going, no, you're right, I don't. I said, we're going to meet them in Nico's for a drink. And he goes, well, and Adam's like, well, what's the problem with that? We're just going to have a pint anyway, and if this turns out to be a lot of nonsense, then
I can still remember your face actually. As we walked in, you were already there. Yeah, sitting at the bar, I remember. I can see you sitting at the bar with your pint.
No, bizarre, very, very strange.
And what was the thing you were saying about buying, did you buy Strummer a pint?
Well, that's it. I think about them all a pint. I was skint. I'm like, well, what do you do? They walk in and you're like, right, well, do you want a beer then? And he goes, yeah, and they all go, yeah, and you're like, I've not got any money. But anyway, I did, so I was thinking, anyway, no, it was good, and then of course it all unrolled from there.
It did. So it was the next day they played in the art school then?
Yeah. Was that the night that they did the rock garden?
They did the rock garden.
And then I went down, my memory of that is going down there, I don't know how we knew what time it would be, but I went down, I can't remember who I was with now, maybe it was Martin or somebody.
I think that time was already, I think we'd already arranged that, I think we'd arranged that the night before, so we would have told you.
Yeah, it must have been.
So
anyway,
it was in the afternoon.
And it was just jam-packed. And I remember getting in there and they were standing on tables at the corner in the rock garden, and it was just kicking off. It was just like unbelievable.
It was,
the atmosphere, it was just the atmosphere.
Heavy atmosphere.
That was ramped up, man, a million times when they played up here. That was just unbelievable. We were just talking about it before, it was days before, no mobile phones, no text messaging, no nothing, and word of mouth. Keep it to yourself, aye, right?
I know.
And it was fantastic. It was kind of underground. And then I'm sure that Radio Clyde somehow got word of it. And then the street was absolutely crammed outside. And the police would have shut it down. It wouldn't have happened. It just would never have happened.
Quite nice then to have a memory and think something that happened then that never happened now.
Just the
very
noise,
special.
the acoustic guitars and the drumming on the plastic chair.
Yeah.
It sounds so simple, but it was just, the whole place was just like, absolutely wrapped, and it was amazing. And one of my other memories, afterwards we came down, everybody kind of was making their way out, and eventually we came down and into the SRC office at the front here. It was me and Adam and Julie Wickens, who runs the SRC, and I don't know if you were in there at that point. And they were getting changed and like towelled down and all the rest of it.
Don't think I would remember that. I think I would remember that.
You're in the SRC office at the art school, and Paul Simon and Joe Strummer are in their underpants. It's just doing man. It was very strange. It was very, very peculiar. But the atmosphere up there was just amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
My partner, John, well, he was around at the time as well, and remembers someone coming in and saying while he was having his lunch, by the way, the Clash are playing up the stairs. It was like, what the fuck?
Well, word got out, and it was just word of mouth Glasgow in those days, you know, and pals of mine who were doing architecture in Strathclyde heard about it, and they all came teaming up. I'm sure I remember, you know, maybe it's my imagination, but I'm sure I remember looking out, it must have been the window from the SRC office, and it was just
stowed.
Absolutely packed with people who had no chance of getting in, as far as it would be. And those, I suppose, who were lucky enough to get in first.
Yeah.
What an absolute,
it created a wee bit of a problem, that in the sense of they wanted to know where they were going to play, but because word did get out and there was a huge following, I think that was funny what you were saying earlier on. That was it. Paul Simonon said it depends how many.
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, that's because you came up here with Paul Simonon from Nico's, didn't you?
I'm sure of that, and we had a look at it with Adam, and it was like, no, this is probably a wee bit wee, and we say, well, how many people do you think might turn up? Well, quite a few probably. And as it turned out, we easily filled it up. It was just I was just thinking that since leaving the art school way back in '87, and I've been asked by them a few times for the magazine that they produce and all that, and other people, you know, what is the most important thing you learned at art school? What was the biggest, you know, the most striking memory of the art school? And definitely every single time the day the Clash played at the Vic, it was just, for me, it just summed up. And you couldn't, it was so, I mean, I don't want to get all philosophical about it, but it was a very Glasgow art school in the 80s thing to happen. Do you know what I mean? It was of its time.
I do, very much so.
And it was kind of hand-knitted, but an incredibly emotional and an amazing experience. It was just brilliant. And never mind my degree show. The day I met these guys up here.
It was. It's something to keep forever. That since Steve has actually edited that.
Inboard scene 2, take 1.
You know, look
okay,
at that.
You can cut that now.
How cool is that picture there? But it's quite nice because I didn't ever think of myself as being one of the cool crowd in art school, but it happened to me anyway. The old Glasgow tenement flats.
You definitely get the feeling he's got a lot in his mind, don't you?
You do.
Because I mean, it was all unravelling really. We didn't know that, you know. Just
no, at the time, that's very true.
It was a difficult stage
for him. The dodgy mirror with the little balcony and
what a good one. The wee bit of Picasso in the corner.
Yes, a bit of Picasso. Oh, look at that picture there. That is fantastic. It was actually, they were dancing to Route 66. That's the only time I saw him, apart from when he was playing, where I saw him really light up. And that he looks as if he's got a whiskey there, but actually it's a TCP that he was gargling with. On my advice, I know, it's pretty cool. Yeah, and there's the tats of the Colt 40, is it Colt 45? Yeah. Colt 45. It looks quite cheery there as well. I like the taxi driver, that was a double bill that was running at the time. That poster in the background of Midnight Express and Taxi Driver. Yeah, well there it is there.
And that's a pin-up of everyone.
I know, absolutely. It's a handsome man. Except he's got his socks round his neck there, and that's not terrible. That's not terribly rock and roll.
Chinese takeaway thing.
I know. Thanks for spotting that. Well, it's actually one of my drawings there as well.
Very good.
Self-portrait. I know. Yeah.
Very good.
Look at that.
That's excellent.
I know, it is. Super shot. I just couldn't believe it when I got these and I was looking through them, because I didn't even realise that I had a black and white film in the camera at the time, and it was just a bonus. I'm really glad now.
About the candid, you know,
definitely.
Documentary style of it. It's not posed at all.
Exactly.
It's just as it
I did actually send them. I got 2 lots of these made, and I did actually send them. To the drummer. I sent a copy down, but never heard anything back. But there's another set out there somewhere.
Yeah, well.
So hopefully they'll
maybe try and find Adam and see if he's
that
got
would be,
it'd
be really interesting to see what else we can find out and who else remembers what, and if there's any more evidence. Because I've got the newspaper cuttings as well, which are quite good. And oh god,
that's a fantastic
picture. The cat that got the cream. I don't have a very cool expression. I know. It's like,
look at this,
yes, it is me, and yes, I am surrounded by the Clash.
Fantastic.
I know. An amazing memory.
Good times, eh?
I love the fact that one's all yellow. You can tell it's been up on my wall. It's a bit dog-eared, and I'm just quite glad it's survived.